The Ruger Security 380 isn't like other 380 ACP guns. Between its action and capacity, it's a different beast entirely. The fact that it's made by a company like Ruger with a rock-solid reputation for building reliable, dependable guns only further sweetens the deal. But are these features and the others included on the new Ruger enough to sway shooters to adapt a 380 carry pistol over a 9mm? Well, take a closer look at the Ruger Security 380. Find out. The Ruger Security 380 is a locked breech, magazine-fed, subcompact handgun chambered in 380 ACP. It feeds from stagger-column box-type magazines that hold either 10 or 15 rounds of ammunition. These two facts alone make the new Ruger Security 380 really stand out in the world of 380 pistols. This is because traditionally, most 380 auto handguns are both direct blowback and feed from a single-stack, low-capacity magazine. These factors make those guns fantastic to carry, but difficult to shoot effectively, and limiting a shooter's options as well as their ability to potentially neutralize a threat. And while it's not expressly stated as such, this gun is clearly Ruger's response to the Smith & Wesson's EZ series of handguns, in so much that it's designed for ease of use by shooters who may lack the strength or experience to rack a traditional pistol slide effectively. Which isn't to say the gun is only for amateurs, quite the opposite. It's a very capable gun with a myriad of desirable features. The Ruger Security 380 ships with a set of post and notch iron sights where the front sight features a green fiber optic post while the rear notch is blacked out for rapid sight picture acquisition. Beneath the front sight, the slide includes lightning cuts to improve the balance by shifting it rearward, and it reduces Felt-Recoil by reducing the mass of the slide itself. Further down, the compact Ruger also includes an abridged rail dust cover for mounting lights or lasers. And in my testing, very few models of lights and lasers actually fit the gun as the mounting space was so short. Two notable exceptions were a modified SIG Foxtrot pistol light and Streamlight's TLR7 compact. Now continuing backward, the Ruger Security 380 features a bladed safety trigger which prevents the gun from firing unless the trigger is pulled, but in the event that a shooter is still not confident enough to carry with a loaded chamber, the Security also includes a manual safety located at the rear of the frame in not dissimilar fashion to that of a 1911's, though obviously much smaller, and as are all the controls on the 380. They're designed to strike that perfect balance between ease of use and being snag-free and thus easy to conceal. And speaking of which, let's get to ergonomics. If the engineers at Ruger adhered to one design philosophy for the Security 380, it was KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. The gun points well and does a great job of filling the hands of shooters of basically all sizes. It's neither overly wide like early baby Glocks, nor so narrow that it doesn't fit the hand like a Tokarov or a 1903 pocket pistol. In fact, it feels much wider than it actually is. Despite measuring only 1.06 inches or 26mm in width, the Ruger actually feels like a full-sized gun, which is a very good thing when it comes to shootability. Now, as far as controls, everything on the Ruger is very easy to reach without having to shift the shooter's firing grip, a must-have for a serious use pistol, at least in my opinion. The last thing you want to do is be juggling a loaded handgun when your heart's beating through your chest. Now, additionally, the slide features aggressively curved serrations at the rear and then micro abridged serrations at the front of the slide. These serrations make both clearing a malfunction or checking the chamber easy, even if the gun is wet or oily. And not that you'll even need it, because the gun uses a captured recoil spring system that makes racking the gun so incredibly easy for all but the most noodly armed shooters. Seriously, my friend's 86-year-old grandmother with arthritis can rack this gun with a slingshot grip. If you're worried that you or a loved one won't be able to effectively run this gun, here's your litmus test. Can they open a pre-loosened jar of pickles? If yes, you're good to go. Now lastly, in terms of Felt-Recoil, the Security 380 was absurdly soft shooting. During my time with the Ruger, every shooter I handed it to thought the gun was chambered in either 32 ACP or 25 ACP because it felt like shooting a Remington Thunderbolt 22 round through a Mark III. I mean, yeah, it was really that mild. So it's soft shooting and it feels good, but what about reliability? Well, overall, the Security 380 was extremely reliable, though I did encounter one small issue in the 350 rounds I fired through it. When utilizing hollow point ammunition, if the top round in a spare magazine shifts too far forward, it can hang in the magazine well. Now, thankfully, the magazine well itself is actually contoured, so if a shooter simply slams it in hard enough, it'll run. Aside from that, the Ruger encountered no malfunctions and was a joy to shoot. So what's my verdict? Well, overall, the Ruger Security 380 is a perfect gun for three types of shooters. New shooters looking to learn good habits, shooters with physical limitations in their hands or arms, and those in search of a concealed carry pistol with laughably mild recoil. Thanks guys. For AmmoLand TV, I'm Jim Grant. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will catch you guys on the flip side.